Morning, I am Swapnil Rajamani. Friends, in our first video, we have discussed about the first chapter, An Astrologer's Day, thoroughly. In today's session, we'll discuss about On Saying Please, the second chapter from our course book. Friends, before we go ahead, we must know about the manners and etiquettes, which plays a vital role in our personal life. The title itself tells that it is concerned with social manners. Now, if you see in the introductory part, here the writer Alfred or A.G. Gardiner has given the importance of manners and etiquettes or social ethics. Now, in the second para, on saying please, he points out the value of good manners in social life and emphasizes the importance of courtesy and politeness in daily behavior. He shows how polite speech and manner sweeten the atmosphere around and how discourtesy and ill manners spoil or pollute it. Now friends, let's discuss few more things about manners and etiquettes. Manners are important to make a good impression on others in everyday life. They also help you to feel good about yourself and your identity. No matter where you are, at home with kids, at work with colleagues, or with friends, practicing good manners are very important. Now, friends, let's discuss about the writer. The writer of the story is A.G. Gardiner. Now, the period of the writer is 1865 to 1946. He was born in Chelmsford in Essex in 1865. He started his literary career as a journalist. At the age of 37, he was appointed editor of the Daily News, London. Made regular contribution to the Daily News, the Manchester News, etc. His essays are uniformly elegant, graceful, and humorous. The Pillars of Society, Rebels of the Shore, Many Furrows, and Lives in the Wild are some of his best known writings. His uniqueness lies in his ability to teach the basic truths of life in an easy and amusing manner. He raised the question of morality in everyday life. Friends, one more thing which we must understand from this text, there is a vocabulary section which is given in the left side corner of the page. In this section, the writer has enlisted the words related to manners which we need to use in our daily routine. Even writer is asking some important questions whose answers we'll try to find in our further discussion or today's session. Now friends, before we go ahead, we must understand the features of the story. Now the first feature of the story is that manners and etiquettes or courtesy are not the legal terms, or no one is compelled to use these terms in social life. Rather, these are supposed to use in human life. The second feature of this story is discourtesy is not a punishable offense by law. The third feature of the story is saying please or thank you. That means expressing the gratitude is just a social practice which is more sacred than any law, which expects us to be civil and to acknowledge a service. The next feature of the story is bad manners as well as good manners are infectious. Friends, this is very important. We must understand the term infection. Okay, always we take it in a negative way, but it is said that manners, whether it's a good or bad, these are infectious. So now we must understand the theme or what the story is about. This lesson is all about the contradiction between good manners and bad manners. In this story, the writer has depicted two different situations where a person is same but his behavior or approach or reaction is different. Even we get two different morals through these two different situations. So friends, before we go ahead, we must again understand the important part of our text, that is the icebreakers. In the icebreaker, the first activity which is given is that list the words of courtesy that we use in our daily life. Discuss them with your partner and explain the purpose of using it. Like the words like which we always we use in our day-to-day life, or the words related to the gratitude, that is thank you, saying thank you, excuse me, pardon me, you are welcome, please, may I, sorry, yes sir. These are the words which express the courtesy. So in the second activity, listed below are a few character traits of people. Some are positive traits while others are not. Tick. You have to put your right mark. Tick the ones you feel are desirable. That means which we should have. That means we should inculcate in our personality. Like the words, like the first word which is given, conniving. It is a negative aspect. That means neglecting. Obviously, no one will expect or no one will think that I should have this characteristic. Okay. The second is insensitive. As we all know that it is also used in a negative manner. Then the third one is a sly. That means deceiving someone. The next one, humorous. Yes, a person must be humorous. Then the next, knave. That means a very simple person. Yes, this is also a very positive word. Then the next one, benevolent. Okay, that means a kind person. Yes, obviously everyone would like to be a kind. The next one, aggressive. Obviously it is a negative term. Okay, the next one, scheming. That means a person who always plans against someone. Okay, no one would like to be like that. The next one, wise. Obviously it's a positive word. The next one, egoistic. That means a proudy person. Okay, next one, manipulative. That means obviously that a person who is very, that means would always try to manipulate other people. It is again used in a negative manner. Then the next one is rude. Obviously no one would like to be like that. Then boastful. It is also a negative term. Humble. Yes, it's a positive term. The next is servile. That means always we become very possessive of someone. Then territorial. It is again used in a negative way. Then patronizing. That means thinking about ourselves, like I'm the top one person, like. And the last one is generous. It is used in a positive manner. Then the next activity is etiquettes and manners are very important for a person to live in the society. Read the following and put them in a proper columns. Okay, here you have to prepare two columns, like already the writer has prepared and given. That means appropriate and inappropriate. The 6 etiquettes or manners are given, so you have to write the examples in a proper column. Now if you read the sentence number 1, to receive phone calls while you are in a lecture or calls, obviously it is an inappropriate statement, so you will write in the column number 2. The second statement, to knock before you enter your principal's office. Yes, this is very important. Okay, we must follow this etiquette or manner, so it is an appropriate activity. The next one, to thank the person who offers you tea or coffee. Really, it is a good practice, so you must write in an appropriate column. The next one, to be polite and courteous to others, right? It is an appropriate activity, so you will write in the first column. The next one, to leave the classroom without the teacher's permission. It is inappropriate. It is really considered as or treated as a bad manner, so you will write in an inappropriate column. The last one, to occupy the seats reserved for ladies or physically challenged or elderly people on a bus or a train. Okay, it is an inappropriate activity, so you will write in that column. So friends, let's go ahead. Let's start our session or the text on saying please. See, the story opens when a liftman throws a passenger out of lift just because he had not used the courteous word please. Now here friends, we must understand. Enters the lift and he says stop, but the liftman expects the courtesy and asks him to say stop please. The stranger denies and he has been thrown by the liftman. After that, the liftman is punished by the court because not using courtesy is not a punishable offense by law. The writer is giving example of a burglar. Now here we must understand one example. Suppose a burglar, the writer is explaining, if a burglar comes at your home and if you knock him down without any reason, surely by law the person will be punished because the burglar had not attacked him. But in case if the burglar comes and if the burglar attacks you and on defense, suppose if you attack him and if you knock him down, by law you will not be punished. Further, the writer says if we expect and insist the courtesy every time and everywhere, then a number of crimes will take place daily, and law does not allow this as the law is reasonable. On the next page, you'll find the law does not compel anybody to follow the courtesy, and if anyone is not using courteous words and does not follow social ethics, then he will not be punished. There is no compensation or allowance for any intellectual damage. This term is very important. The writer says we can't support the liftman's behavior or blames anyone. Maybe he was expecting the dignity which was not maintained by the passenger. If he would not have expressed himself, he would have passed his stress at home. Rather, the writer says this situation could be avoided if the passenger would have used courtesy and maintained the dignity of the liftman and said, "Stop, please." Then this picture could be different. Here we can say that the bad manners are infectious and it passes till the bottom. If we come to the next page, it is describing about a conductor on a bus who was very polite and kind towards the passengers. Now let's discuss. Though here sympathy towards the liftsman is given, but we can't compel anyone to follow social manners as it is the practice or a social practice. Here the writer is willing to put one example of a conductor of city bus and his well manners, and he appreciates him all the time. The writer says not like he is supporting or favoring all the species of conductor, but that was unique person. The writer appreciates the company who has appointed such employee and maintained the standard of the company. One day, when the writer traveling by the bus, he found that he has missed his wallet at home, and he was sure that the conductor will ask him to get down, as it is a regular task for the conductor. The writer searched his pocket, but he had not a single penny. He told the conductor about it, thinking he will ask to get off, but on the contrary, he is told that he will give him the ticket. The writer promised him that he will get back his money. After a few days, when the writer boarded on the same bus, when someone had stamped writer's toe harshly, it was paining. He looked the person angrily and came to know the same conductor was there. He asked He asked me to pardon him. He was so polite, but the whole anger released as I saw him. Since then, I used to observe him every day. He used to help people daily in different ways. Still, he was calm, courteous. He used to treat people sometimes this way or that way. On the next page, what information is given? The writer says, whenever he used to travel with that conductor, he used to learn the new lessons of manners. As good manner is infectious, so the bad manner too. And we can find the impact of the conductor's good manner is percolated in other passengers who are traveling on that bus. Now, the bus conductor is giving his duty on other road. Maybe he is passing his good infection on others, as it is rightly said by Wordsworth. It is rightly said by Wordsworth in his write-up, all aspects which are playing their role to spread this positive infection on or the symbols or as a like a representatives like policemen, as law cannot always restrict us to follow good manners but help us to sustain and restore the civility. At the last para, the writer tells us if the person would have said please, he would have become the winner in the spiritual world. To prove this statement, the writer is giving the reference of Chesterfield story, where in London, then there were no pavements. When one day Chesterfield was passing on pavement, the other person says, I won't allow any scoundrel to go on this wall. But very politely, Chesterfield replies him, but I do. This is called what? Tit for tat, but with very polite manner. He replied with the manner without any quarrel or argument. So friends, I hope you understood the importance of social manners and ethics and how to use it. I expect you will percolate the positivity in your surrounding. Thank you.